The envelope was thick, and the offer was one he couldn't possibly accept. But for his daughter, he knew he had to try. Leo's world had shrunk to the four walls of a hospital room. The constant, quiet beep of machines a soundtrack to his fear. The final notice for his daughter's surgery lay on the kitchen counter at home. A number so large it felt like a physical weight. He'd sold his car, taken extra shifts, but the mountain was too high to climb. He was a man running out of time, and hope was a fading ember. Then she entered his life. Elara Vance. Her name was synonymous with success and steeliness. A tech CEO who built an empire from nothing and trusted no one. The woman who stood before him now, however, had eyes that held a deep, unspoken sorrow. In the quiet of a near-empty cafe, she slid the envelope across the table. Inside was enough cash to erase all his debts and secure his daughter's future. All he had to do was pretend to be her fiancé for 7 days to secure a crucial business deal with traditional investors. Leo's breath hitched. The proposition was insane, a transaction that went against every moral fiber. But then he pictured Chloe's small, trusting face, and he felt his resistance crumble. Desperation has a way of silencing pride. Stepping into Elara's world was like walking onto a movie set. Everything was sleek, cold, and perfect. She moved through the spacious rooms like a ghost, her posture impeccable, her smile a practiced, fleeting thing. She laid out the rules with clinical precision. Their meeting story, his background, the subtle touches expected at public events. Her company's board doubted her stability. A loving partner was the perfect shield. But Leo saw the cracks immediately. The way she flinched at sudden kindness. The way she worked until dawn, not out of passion, but to outrun a silence she feared. Their first appearance was at a high-stakes gallery opening. Cameras flashed, and influential guests watched their every move. Elara's hand was cold as ice when he took it. As a particularly aggressive investor approached, Leo, acting on instinct, gently pulled her closer, his thumb tracing a comforting circle on her hand. For a single, unguarded moment, her entire body relaxed into his. A silent thank you for an anchor in the storm. The mask had slipped, and he saw the lonely woman beneath. In the days that followed, a fragile understanding grew. Leo continued his daily hospital visits, his heart breaking a little each time he had to leave Chloe's side. He told her stories about the kind, busy lady he was helping. He never imagined those two worlds would ever touch. But then, on the 5th day, he walked into Chloe's room and stopped dead. There was Elara. Not in a power suit, but in soft, casual clothes, carefully arranging a new set of art supplies on the bedside table. She was listening intently as Chloe, her face brighter than Leo had seen in months, explained the drawing she was making. The sight made his throat tighten. Elara looked at peace. In that quiet room, 2 broken pieces began to fit. That evening, back at the penthouse, Elara stood by the grand piano, its surface dusty from neglect. She confessed she hadn't played since her grandmother, the one person who believed in her dreams, had passed. Her voice was barely a whisper as she admitted she built walls so high that no one could ever leave her again, because no one could ever get close enough to matter. Leo didn't offer empty platitudes. He simply sat beside her, a silent witness to the unraveling of a soul rediscovering its own heartbeat. The final night was the company's annual gala, a dazzling event under a constellation of crystal chandeliers. For the first time, Elara didn't seem to be acting. She glowed, her hand naturally finding his. But the illusion shattered when a board member sidled up to them, his voice dripping with condescension. "A bought fiancé for a bought empire," he sneered, implying her entire life was a transaction. Elara went rigid, the old wound laid bare. Leo stepped forward, his voice calm but unyielding. He didn't defend the CEO, he defended the woman. He spoke of her integrity, her unseen kindness, her strength. The room fell silent. Later, on the balcony overlooking the city lights, Elara hugged herself against the chill. "The deal is over," she whispered, her voice thick with an emotion she couldn't name. "I have no right to ask for more than what I paid for." Leo's heart ached. He told her that what was growing between them wasn't for sale. It was being built, moment by moment. But he also knew his place was with his daughter, in a world far from her gilded towers. With a final, longing look, he walked away, leaving Elara alone with a heart that had just learned how to feel once more. The next morning, sunlight streamed into the hospital room as Leo held Chloe's hand. Then the door opened. Elara walked in, her posture not of a CEO, but of a woman laying her heart bare. She held a single document. She had personally arranged and funded a world-class specialist and all of Chloe's ongoing care. It wasn't a payment, she said softly. It was a gift from someone whose life he had irrevocably changed. She had spent her life building walls, but he had shown her a door. Leo felt the sting of tears as relief and something deeper washed over him. Chloe, sensing the shift, reached out her small hand and took Elara's, uniting them. If this story reminded you that hope and kindness can find us in our darkest hours, please like this video and follow the Human Soul Kindness channel. Your support helps us share more light. Elara no longer needed a pretend fiancé. Leo no longer needed a financial rescue. And Chloe, smiling and full of new life, had her father back, whole and hopeful. Together, the three of them walked out into the warm morning, ready to face a future where love was no longer a business arrangement, but a beautiful, unexpected reality.